Hello and welcome.
Hi.
If you're new to our channel, my name is Christina.
And I'm Ryan.
And in this week's video, we're really excited to share with you our new home.
We finally did it.
We did it. We're going to give you a full complete tour of this historic 130-year-old designated heritage home.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give you a little bit of insight and history on the architecture, an Italianate Victorian style home. So let's head in.
Let's go.
We will always miss our dear coastal home, and mostly we're really going to miss the friends and our neighbors that we've met here since we've moved to this home. We are really looking forward to being back in the city, but this will always definitely have a home feel for us, and we always hope that we will visit and see our friends and neighbors again. It's a very stressful transition to try to clean and leave a home and then move into a new home, but through all the stresses, it was completely worth it. We had to take 2 separate ferry rides, and we actually had to go out 250 kilometers, but we tried to enjoy ourselves along the way and call it a move-cation. The city of Victoria, which is located on Vancouver Island, is actually the capital of British Columbia, Canada. We used to live on what looked like an island, but was actually a peninsula, the Sunshine Coast. So now that we're back in the city, we're really looking forward to getting back into some of the vibe and the city life that it has to offer. The home that we purchased, I saw and fell in love and put an offer in before even seeing it. Ryan was a little bit shocked, but once he saw it for himself, he fell in love with it more than I did. As some of you know, we recently had to say goodbye to one of our dogs, Napoleon. And for all of your support and kind words, we can't thank you enough. His brother, Raphael, has been through a lot these last 2 weeks, but he's doing fantastic. So let's get started on the tour. I'm going to take you around the exterior of the home, and right now I'm in the back courtyard of it. So this home was built in 1890, and it has been very well preserved, as well as the grounds. So that was really appealing that there wasn't a huge amount of work to do in the exterior. Houses based on Italian models were very popular in Victoria from 1860 to the turn of the 20th century. The Italianate style were inspired by informal villas of the Italian court sites and were given the label Italian villa. These 2-story structures, with their low-pitched gabled roofs frequently having wide overhang eaves with decorative brackets beneath. They had tall, narrow windows with arched tops or hoods above them. They do have a very close similarity to the Queen Anne style of this era of time. The entire exterior has interlocking pathway that takes you all the way around the house, and it's been professionally landscaped, which is really beautiful, including this old tree. It's actually a black walnut tree that sits at the corner. This front entry stepway actually has these unique colored rocks embedded into concrete, as well as seashells and oyster shells. Very unique feature. The people who recently had this home have taken very good care of it and have kept so much of this home in its original character and architecture. Both Ryan and I have a huge love of old historic homes, so we have the exact same plan. All we want to do is be able to create the interior with a little bit more of our style and taste, but keep the actual architecture exactly as it is and preserved. So this is designated heritage, meaning that if we wanted to paint the exterior anything different in colors, we actually have to apply to the Historic Society. As for the original architecture, design, and family that owned this home in 1890 was the Older Shaw family. I plan on doing some more homework based on their history. Within the city of Victoria, you have the option, when you have an historic home, to register it as an historic home. This allows you grants and tax rebates in order to keep it preserved. So, if you need to do updates for its original character, then you can apply for a grant. So they have the original doorbells, which was just a metal turn, and there's a bell behind the door. And of course the original mail slots, and our mail is actually delivered this way. All the fine features in which I'm going to show you in this house are only original, and anything that's been remodeled, I will announce any of the updated remodeling, which I believe was done in 2014. Taking you to the side of the home, there's actually two main entryways. So we were just at the front door, now we're just walking over to the side, and this also was original. I absolutely love all the character, charm, but mostly the craftsmanship that goes into these old Victorian style homes. Everything right to the porches, the doors, and all the little fine craft features that come with it. All the brickwork and everything around it is all original, including the windows. There is definitely some paint touch-ups on some of the deck and the porch areas, and maybe even around the archways, but nothing major outside really needs that much attention just now, so that's always a nice thing. And I'm just taking you around the very back of the house, and it's not that we really even have a backyard, but we kind of have a side courtyard. This is going to be a wonderful space to recreate and really just make it an amazing outdoor place for entertaining, and we may even put a gazebo. But there is a back shed, and it actually has been restored, and it's going to be perfect since we don't actually have a garage anymore. So this way we actually have a room that we can do a lot of prep work for our DIYs, furniture, etc. So perfect for all the utility things that you need. So now we can start to get into the interiors. But one cute little feature I saw was the outdoor tap actually has a hot and a cold. I absolutely adore old red brick homes, and the perfect kind of colonial style that goes with the nice black trims with some white. It's just an amazing contrast and has such a regal look. Going into the entry, it is extremely narrow. I'm so used to having a huge entryway, so this was a huge change, but this is all original, staircase and all, and it's really dark, just for my taste anyway. So I think this is definitely something that I can't wait to get some paint on, give it a whole new makeover. But what I really love is how tall the rooms feel, even the small ones. The ceiling heights run, I think, 12.5 feet, and that's for the entire main floor. We also have some storage space underneath the staircase, which is great. It's all built-in lights, so this is going to be very helpful because this is technically the front door closet area. I'm really looking forward to sharing all the color palette and choices and kind of these room by room makeovers, and how I'm going to kind of DIY and put the whole rooms and make them cohesive, going around, thrift shopping, putting things together, and we even have a little wine cellar underneath the stairs as a bonus. I really want to share how to recreate your space and make it you, and not to fear the change of that, because it's all about making your home yours and matching your personality, and not fearing the textures and adding those colors and pops of unique features that make it your space. But the detail and the craftsmanship of this home is just so gorgeous, from the crown moldings and the beadboard and the huge principal windows. Even all of their light fixtures were really chosen to match the feel of the architecture of this home. So just taking you to the living room, we're actually going to go back to the stairs and let's go check out the upstairs. So there is actually 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bath in this home. Everything is in absolute immaculate condition. It just needs new outfits of color, and it just needs to be a lot brighter and just a lot more airy. Some of the color palette throughout this home was actually from the historic palette. So yes, from the designated heritage, there's an historic palette color, and I'm getting a feeling that a lot of the colors, even on the interior, were chosen from that palette. This is the master bedroom, which is at the front of the house with a walk-in closet. It's absolutely huge. I'm really looking forward to creating more dimensions to these rooms and spaces. So from the master bedroom, we're going into the middle bedroom, and this will actually be Ryan's office. And there's an arch that's been drywalled in because they actually took one of the bedrooms to convert it into the bathroom, because originally this home would not have had a bathroom, wiring, or plumbing. It would have had an outhouse and a coal stove, as well as the original fireplaces. So this corner bedroom was converted into a full bathroom, and they've done a beautiful job giving it kind of an historic feel to it. It's absolutely huge, and there's enough room to actually even maybe put in a few chairs in here or a chaise lounge. Both the kitchen and this bathroom were completely remodeled, plumbed, and wired back in 2014. So I wanted to just take you for a quick peek, and the attic was actually updated as well. So the entryway to the attic is through the roof. So the extended ladder was replaced and everything was drywalled and subflooring. So this is actually perfect. Because we don't have the garage anymore, there is a huge space up there for storage. The only thing is the type of things you're going to store up there. You just have to be careful. It's a little bit of physics because it's so gabled. But if you're standing in the center of the attic, you can stand straight up. If you're probably more than 6'2", you're probably going to have to bend your head down. But again, this is going to be perfect for all of the stuff that we would normally have in our garage. We can actually store it up in here and keep everything super organized, dry, clean, and ready to go. And again, there's no basement. There's a crawl space, but there's no basement. So again, anybody who would normally be storing things in the lower basement of a home, we would just be doing that in the attic. The attic space was probably done, again, 2014, and it probably covers about half of the house. So there is actually a little doorway there that if we wanted to extend it out for more storage, we probably would have that option. And this is the very back bedroom, also with a walk-in closet, really bright. Again, just want to change it up so it's a little bit more airy and cooler and have some fun with some decor. So I have to have my space because I love to DIY, I love to craft, I love to restore furniture and paint furniture and do all kinds of things. This will be my room. And this is what they call a front parlor room. I love all the architecture, all the craftsmanship, and plus there's a lot of storage all built in around the original fireplace. So that's going to be super helpful for everything that I need to do. And I love the fact that there is so much bright sunlight near. So it's not the actual structures that I want to change, it's the color palette and how it feels when you're walking into these rooms and hallways. So again, just going back to that main big room that we went around, just trying to show you some of the storage space that is available, and it's all built in around the original fireplaces. So there's one at the front room and there's one in this living room. And again, do not want to change any of the original features. Some of the chandeliers that were chosen for this home are just gorgeous. We used to live in a home that had the most beautiful view. It was priceless. It really was. But the interesting part is our house now, this house I'm showing, actually is closer to water than the other house. But we don't have that view. But we have lots of a beautiful view from every window of nothing but gardens and greenery. So I'm really happy about that. So this room conventionally would be the dining room, and again, lots and lots of space, lots of just intricate little details. I absolutely love it. All of the beadboard seems to be this brown color, so that's definitely going to be changed. But you also have that side entryway, and there's two doors taking you, one into a closet, and again I guess what you would call a hot water tank. So this is kind of a utility closet closest to the wall. And then the second door is just the small, tiny little half bath on the main level. And again, just changing the ceiling paints, the wall paints, adding some textures, adding all kinds of light airiness throughout the home is just going to make it feel a lot more grand and just brighter. The first thing that comes to my mind when I walk through the house is not the house or the infrastructure, it just needs to be brighter. Original doorbells, so these actually have a nice pleasant little ring to them. All the hardware on the front door and the side door are original, and this is the exit to the side porch, and it's quite large actually. And again, all of the interlocking has a nice pathway that walks all the way around the property. And there's that walnut tree. It's a black walnut tree. It's just gorgeous. It's huge. Definitely older than the house. And again, the people who've owned this home over the years have definitely taken care of it. But I do think that the previous owners prior to us just buying it were the ones that really went out of their way to do and create a really higher end function to a lot of the home and the grounds of this home. So these are French doors that take you back to that side courtyard area. And right now we're currently in the kitchen. And again, this was remodeled in 2014. I love the flow. I love the cabinetry. Love everything about it. But there's a couple things we're definitely going to change. Probably the countertops and the colors in here. So I'll be looking forward to sharing all these processes with you, as well as DIYs and home decor. Gotta love pumpkin spice. I absolutely love the smell. It just reminds me of fall. And again, just giving you a little peek through each of these windows and just showing you how much greenery and gardens all around the house. And I will show you how close we do live to the Pacific Ocean. I have so many ideas and so much content I can't wait to share with you guys. All done and do it yourself. But I just really wanted to show you the true details of this home and why I love this house so much. And again, it is personal preference. I loved our old home, but I just have this absolute passion when it comes to old history and old historic homes. So to have this opportunity to own a home with such history is definitely a privilege. I am so looking forward to showing you bursts of what Victoria has to offer and how close everything is to us. And again, just being back in the city and all of what we're going to be exploring. What are you doing? You gonna sniff? You gonna sniff your gardens?
Wow, that smells good.
What is it?
It smells like lavender. Smell that, yeah? Oh wow, it smells cool. It smells really cool. Lavender.
Thank you so much for watching this week's video, and please let us know what you thought of the tour. We are so looking forward to sharing so many more fun DIYs, room transformations, and furniture makeovers with you. And please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That's going to tell you when we upload our next video. And we also wanted to say thank you to so many of you for your beautiful and warm comments with our recent passing of one of our fur babies. It's been pretty emotional, and it really, really meant a lot to hear and read your comments. And if we could reply back to all of them, we would. But we had to move. But we can't thank you enough for such the kindest words. Thank you
so much.
We're really looking forward to seeing you soon. And until then, take care.
Bye.